Guys, welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me today. Today's a really interesting topic, something I've been kind of working on for a while, and that is buying a used Model X. Now, in this video specifically, I just want to go over the information on the 2016 to 2021. That's kind of the first generation of the Tesla Model X. And right now, that kind of age of car is very affordable. A lot of those are under $40,000. You can find 2016s for under $20,000 right now. So really affordable range for a car that was really awesome when new, was close to $90,000, $100,000 plus vehicle is now very affordable. Now there is a newer version of the Model X that came out in 2022, and that was kind of the refresh version. It kind of updated a lot of things on the car, but the size and dimensions are very similar. But we're only talking about the 2016 to 2021 because those are kind of the best deals you can get on the cars right now. Now, a buddy of mine's been looking at one of these. He owns a Model Y and he wants to buy a Model X. It's like a second car that has like 6 or 7 seats to fit his family of 6 in the vehicle. And I'm in the same situation. I have 6 people in my family, my wife and 4 kids, and I owned a Tesla Model X. I owned a 2016 90D, and I loved the car. It was awesome. We loved it. We ended up selling it because the value had gone up, and we were able to buy a new Model Y with the same value. So we did that, and I actually really missed my Model X, but my buddy's been looking for a car for, it seems like over 6-8 months now, and on a regular basis, he's sending me like links to cars that he's finding in different marketplaces, classifieds, car listings. He's like, hey, what do you think about this one? What do you think about this one? And so I kind of give him my insights and information, and I want to compile this video for those who are looking at a used Model X 2016 to 2021. Let's dive into all of the different options, what to look for. I'll give you kind of some information, what I know about these cars, and things to consider when you're looking at these. Now there's a few different seating options in these cars, 3 different seating options. You got a 5-seater, 6-seater, and 7-seater. The 6-seater was the most expensive upgrade. Then the 7-seater, you have a bench in the second row, and then 2 kind of flip-up seats in the back. The room is a little tight on the 7-seater. You can move the second row up a little bit, so you've got foot room in the third row. But the 6-seater, I think, is probably the easiest to get in and out of. It's got the 2 captain's chairs. All right, there's 3 different segments I want to talk about that fall within this model year that we're talking about. So 2016 to 2021. So the first of 2016 to the middle of 2016, so like June of 2016, that was kind of the first generation of the car. Those cars only have autopilot 1.0. There's no cameras around it, so there's no full self-driving capability, no upgrade capability for those cars. In 2016 also, the cars came with free supercharging, and a lot of that's been stripped off. If the car was ever traded back into Tesla, that was stripped off. So we're not seeing as many 2016s with free supercharging as we used to. But if you're looking at an early 2016, you know it's not going to have the camera system. It's not going to have full self-driving. And so really from middle of 2016 to middle of 2019, that block of years, the vehicle was very similar. There was really not a lot of changes. Middle of 2019 to 2016, we're looking at battery sizes. They're all named, the different trims are named like 100D, P100D, 90D, P90D, 75D. The number in the trim indicates the battery size. So 100D is a lot longer range than a 75D. All of these Model X's were all-wheel drive, so they had 2 motors in them. The performance is indicated by a P in front of the number, so P100D or P90D, that meant performance. And the performance cars were more expensive because they had more power going to the motors, upgraded motors to be able to go faster. So really all you're getting increased acceleration. Then in the middle of 2019, they came out with the Raven upgrade, which was just a name for the car kind of being slightly refreshed. And they increased, they have a new front motor, like from the Model 3, new efficient motor. Came out with MCU2, so the media control unit is upgraded. They also had increased charging speeds and then enhanced adaptive suspension. So these are all kind of the upgrades on the Raven models. And so if I was looking for a car right now, I would look for one that's like a 2019 and a half and newer. So it's probably like a late 2019 build, 2020 or 2021. You can still get a good deal on those cars, and they're not much more expensive than the 2017 18s as well. The reason I would look at one of these Raven cars is because all of the 2016s and pretty much the 2017s are all coming out of warranty right now. So 2017s, their warranty expires in 2025. So we're almost halfway through 2025. Those warranties are going away Now, the Tesla warranty, how it worked was bumper to bumper was like to 50,000 miles, 4 years, but the battery and motor warranty, which is a big consideration because what you don't want to have to pay out of pocket for is to replace the motor or replace the battery. And these Model X's will have two motors, one up front, one in the rear, and they have an expensive battery as well. So the battery warranty goes for 8 years, and in a lot of cases it's unlimited miles. A 2019 or even a 2020 right now is going to have 2.5 years of battery and motor warranty for unlimited miles. So it'd be nice if you're buying a car, it's nice to at least have a little peace of mind knowing that if something goes wrong with the battery or the motor, you can get it replaced through Tesla, through that warranty period for the next couple years. Now I want to look at a couple cars on the screen here. I want to just kind of give you my comments as we go through a couple of these cars and just kind of give you some direction on what I think about the cars, what I think is a good deal price-wise, and looking at these like autopilot and full self-driving computer features. All right, guys, I'm just on Auto Trader here, and I'm looking at this car. You can just put in Model X. There's like over 600 Model X's throughout the United States from 2016 to 2021. So there's a lot of options. This is one that's kind of a better deal. If you see, this is a $18,999 2017 Model X 100D. So it's got 100 kilowatt battery pack. So that's the longest range you can get out of this car. 109 miles. You might think it's a pretty good deal, and it actually is a pretty good deal. White leather with white exterior. If we go down here, we can look at, check us out here, title salvage. That's one thing you want to be aware. You want to obviously look at the vehicle history report, see if it has any salvage or if it has like a lemon law buyback. I've seen a bunch of those that are, they look like a good deal until you look at what the vehicle history is. Also, when it's a salvage title, Tesla disables the supercharging on those, and you have to pay $1,500 to go to their service center and get that enabled for them to do an inspection on the electrical system before they'll let it supercharge. This one, even though it seems like a good deal, this is a pass just because of the salvage title. This one's also an interesting find. This is a 2019. This one is the Raven model because it says long range. When it says long range and not the 100D or 90D, you know that it has the Raven upgrade, which has those additional benefits. So that one is, this one's at a pretty good price, $23,900 for this. White exterior, beige leather seats, 6-seater. You also have to be wary of ones that are at dealers. For example, if I go to this company's website, they do say that it's tax credit eligible, and a lot of times when you're dealing with a dealer that sells a lot of Teslas, this $23,900 price tag includes the tax credit. There is a used EV tax credit of $4,000 that can be applied at time of sale that you can redeem, but you have to qualify, the car has to qualify, your income has to be below certain limits, and if your income's over that limits and you take the tax credit at time of sale, you'd have to pay it back come tax time. One thing I thought was interesting on this one is it's a 6-seat interior. You can see it's got the bucket seats with the 2 seats in the rear. This is the 2 seats in the rear. But one thing I also like to look at is if they can take a picture of the software screen. This is perfect right here. Look at this picture right here. This shows the trim, long range, so you know it's going to be the Raven, the mileage, the VIN, and then it also has the full self-driving computer and autopilot. So it has autopilot included. Premium connectivity, because there's a date there, that means it's on subscription. It's not included. So when you buy this car, you'd have to pay $100 a year to get the premium connectivity. Autopilot is just going to steer in the lane and just going to be adaptive cruise. It's not going to be full self-driving, but because it has the full self-driving computer, you can pay $100 per month and have the full self-driving experience if you want to. So the tax credit is most likely included in this. So if you didn't qualify for the tax credit, you'd add $4,000. So $27,900 would probably be the price if you don't qualify for that. If you qualify, this is a great deal because you can get $4,000 off this car, and it's going to help make that even more affordable and the depreciation even less on this type of car. Okay, here's another one. See the price on this one. This is a 2019 long range. This is another Raven, $26,114 for this one. I like looking at ones that are above the tax credit because I personally don't qualify. So if I was looking for one, I would be looking for one that's probably just slightly above that. That way I know what the price is. A lot of the ones that are under 25 grand, the dealers all put in the tax credit into the price, and so you have to, they're basically advertising a $4,000 lower price than what it actually is. Now this is at a Kia dealership. Now a lot of dealers, like I find like Toyota dealers, like they don't really know Teslas as much or electric cars as much. So this isn't like a dealer that's expert in Tesla. They probably just got this on trade. There's a lot of different like wood, like trim options. I'm not a fan of the wood look in these X's. The carbon fiber or the gloss black I think looks nice. This is the cruise. This is below the blinker, but this is the autopilot stock right here, and this is how you adjust the following distance. You activate autopilot by pulling this back, up or down to increase or decrease speed. This is your steering wheel adjustment knob. So it's different than the newer Teslas where you do that all on the screen. The standard range wasn't out very long. This is kind of a rare one that you've got a standard range. This one's a 6-seater as well. It's got the 2 seats, the 2 buckets here. It's got those 2 seats in the back right there. This one doesn't have the autopilot screen, so I don't know if this has full self-driving, but one thing I would look for, if I was looking for one, I would look for one that's got the full self-driving included package. That's an $8,000 upgrade that you wouldn't have to pay for, and a lot of those are kind of hidden among these cars, and you don't really know unless you kind of dive into the car if it has that or not. All right, this one I found, if I was to buy one right now, I would look at this one very seriously. Now this is a 2020 with 102,000 miles on it, and they're asking like $27,800 for it, which is a heck of a deal. I really like the black exterior, and this has the white interior. These are the 22-inch wheels as well, and the 22-inch wheels, they do get a lot less range. You're probably going to lose 30 to 40 miles of range with these bigger 22-inch wheels. These are big and they're heavy, but they look awesome. You can also see this has like some red brake calipers. Those are covers. You can buy those. That's like an accessory you can put on there. You can also tell like the first generation Model X, because all this chrome trim around the windows, the door handles, these side indicators, the chrome up here on the bumper. You can buy a blackout kit for $250. Black that all out. It's like a black vinyl. You can do it yourself, pretty easy, and this would look like a brand new Tesla. So you see this has the 6-seat interior. Okay, this is the screen. They did a very good job at taking this, taking a picture of this screen. But what this, if you can see here, it says under the software screen. So here on the left-hand side, one of the options is software. It's down below here. You push that, it gets to this screen. It's going to show our trim, our mileage, our VIN. This has the full self-driving computer, and then the full self-driving capability is included package. So that means if you bought this car, this full self-driving package is included. You wouldn't have to pay the $100 a month or the $8,000 upfront price for that. This includes full self-driving, and that's a very attractive vehicle because it has this package in there. It's included. It transfers to the new owner. It stays with the car. Tesla said that it's possible that they'll upgrade cars with the Computer 3 to Computer 4 so they could do the unsupervised full self-driving and potentially be a robo-taxi. And you're getting this for $27,800. That's a pretty good deal. So I would always have the dealer or the person that you're buying the car from or looking at, have them take a picture of this software screen so you can see the mileage, the VIN, and then most especially full self-driving capability. Now, in some cases, this would have an expiration date. It says auto renews on June 2025 or whatever. So if there's a date there, you know that is not going to transfer to you. You would have to subscribe to that service $100 a month because that's what that person is doing. But when it says included package, that is a package that's included with the car. Full self-driving's already been paid for on this car, and it's included with the purchase of the car. Okay, here's another example. This is on my local classifieds. 2018 Model X 75D. This has a lot smaller battery than the long-range Ravens or the 100D or the 90D. 75D, that's a 75 kilowatt battery. You're only going to get, it's only going to charge up, a car that's 5 years old, it's only going to charge up to, 210 miles, and you might be able to get 150 miles out of it on the freeway, like on a road trip. This is another example of looking at the pictures so you can see the screen. So you want to check it, does it have the seating configuration that you want? This one has these textile seats. These 75s, some of these have these textile, so it's not a full leather. It's like a cloth, kind of a hybrid type of seat, which just know that's how it is. This is a 7-seater, so it's got the bench in the second row. Third row's got these seats. And if I scroll over here, let's look at the screen. This screen right here. You can see this has the full self-driving included package on this. So that is it's a good deal to get the full self-driving capability, but I would stay away from the 75Ds just because you're going to want more range. This car has got 47,000 miles on it, so that's pretty low miles for the year, but as it gets older, the range is going to degrade, and if you have a bigger battery, the more range you're going to be able to retain. It really seems like prices are kind of all over the board here. If you can see, like a 2018 is priced higher than like a 2019. In 2018, we know is only going to be the older version. 2019 long range, we know that's going to be a Raven. I'm not as concerned about the miles. I'm concerned about the battery and motor warranty, and so I want to get the newest vehicle possible, so that way I have the longest time to use the battery or motor warranty. If I can get two and a half years out of that, that would give you peace of mind knowing that you're covered for that time. There's also cars like this one here seems really overpriced. 2020 long range for $43,900. You can get a 2022, which is the refresh version, for mid-40s. There's a bunch in the mid-40s. So to pay mid-40s for a 2020, that's the older version, even though it's got lower miles, I still think you're better off going with the newer one, because the newer refresh version is more desirable, and that's what most people are going to want. And so if you're paying the same price for that, this is going to depreciate a lot more than that other car. All right, guys, let me show you this one. This is a 2017 Model X 100D, which is what you want. You want the biggest battery size you can get. $17,000 is the purchase price. I like this color, this gray. This is probably the midnight silver metallic gray. And one thing, if we look, $17,000, that seems like a really good deal. It does have higher miles, 141,000 miles. This is most likely close to, if not out of warranty. If it has warranty, it's maybe only a couple months left. So, but if we look all the way down here, you can see, if we look at the description here, it says it includes the tax credit. So if you don't qualify for the tax credit, it's $21,000. Where I think this is a good deal is it's a 7-seater, but where it's a good deal is it has the full self-driving capability included package, and it has premium connectivity. So it includes premium connectivity. That means you don't have to pay the monthly or the $100 per year for data service of the car, and it has the full self-driving capability. Yeah, it has higher miles, but to have that service on there, to have the full self-driving capability, that's an $8,000 option. If you qualify for the tax credit, this car for $17,000, that's a pretty good deal to have a car that can full self-drive. I'm just on Car Gurus. That's a website that dealers list cars. This is another one that's like a 75D for $17,450, but you can see it says a $4,000 tax credit right there. So that one's got the tax credit built into it as well. So there's a couple of categories. A lot of these cars that are between $16,000 to $20,000, a lot of them are going to include the tax credit. If you don't qualify for the tax credit, you're obviously going to be paying closer to $25,000 for these, because just add $4,000 to the purchase price on these. So guys, that's just kind of a sample, just looking at the cars, what to kind of look for. Full self-driving, I would definitely try to look for that, because there's cars that have full self-driving on them that are priced similar to ones that don't, and that's an $8,000 upgrade. So full self-driving has a clean title to it. I'm not too concerned with like fender bender accident history, but if it has major damage and it's like salvaged and rebuilt. I would also look nationwide as well. In my area, there's only about 60 if I look at my local classifieds, and then when I expand my search, I've got close to 700 to look at. So even if you have to travel a little bit to get the car that you want for a better price, definitely worth doing. Now, a quick word on free supercharging, because some of the cars, 2016 cars, came with free supercharging, and if someone ordered a car in 2016, the end of 2016, but took delivery in 2017, that car would have had free supercharging on it. We're not seeing as many with having that free supercharging benefit. A year or so ago, Tesla did a promotion where if you bought a new car, you could transfer your supercharging from an old car, a Model S or an X, you could transfer it to a new Tesla. And so a lot of people did that. If someone ever traded their car back into Tesla, it stripped off the free supercharging. So I don't think free supercharging is as beneficial as the full self-driving included package. That would be more the priority. And then the ones that still have free supercharging, the 2016s that do, they're asking a premium for them. I mean, it almost seems like they're way overpriced for what you're getting for that. So my recommendation would be get one that's got some warranty left. again, just think you have 8 years from the time that the car was first delivered to the first customer. If you're looking on a car dealer's website, you may not know when it was delivered. Well, you can look at like the Carfax. Usually they're going to have a vehicle history report. You can look at that and you can see when it was first titled, and then just go 8 years from that, and that's when the battery motor warranty will go out. That's why I like the 2019 Ravens and 2020s and 2021s, is because they're not a whole lot more than the 16, 17, 18s. But you're getting the Raven upgrade, which comes with some improvements, and you're getting that battery warranty and motor warranty that gives you some of that peace of mind. I think by next year, 2026, we'll start seeing the new refresh versions. Those came out in 2022. I think in 2026, we'll start seeing a lot more of those starting to hit the used market, and they're going to be in the $30,000 range. Now you can't find one less than 45 grand right now. Now, just a quick word on kind of like this, the Model X is probably going to be the highest maintenance type of vehicle that Tesla sells. If you're looking for a car that you don't want to have to worry about, no problems, no issues, you probably want to look at Model 3 or Model Y. The Model X is kind of known to be the most problematic Tesla that there is. Between the Falcon doors not working properly, always trying to get those adjusted, the suspension issues, problems. It's the heaviest car that Tesla's made until the Cybertruck came out. Even though you're buying a 28, 29, maybe a $30,000 car, just know that it was a $100,000 car new. Tire wear, these cars wear through tires a little more frequently than regular cars because they're heavy and they accelerate quickly. Getting things repaired, air conditioner issues, computer issues, suspension, air suspension issues, all those things can be problematic with this car. So you just have to be prepared. It's not going to be completely maintenance free, repair free. But if you're buying a car for mid $20,000 range, and you've saved $75,000 over buying it new, spending $1,000 to $2,000 a year in repairs and upkeep on the car really isn't that big of a deal, especially because you're going to be realizing gas savings. This car is going to save you a lot in gas if you're traveling a lot as well. So guys, just some things to keep in mind with this car. If you have any more insights or helps for people that are looking for this car, leave them down in the comments down below. But guys, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.